The Figure of the Devil is a Bulgarian story. Once upon a time, in a small village in Bulgaria, there lived a young man named Alexander. Alexander was a sincere and hard-working young man, but the villagers thought he was too taciturn and quiet. He worked every day to support his family, had little interaction with other people, and lived in seclusion. One winter night, a strange man appeared in the village. The man exuded a vague and eerie atmosphere, and everyone was afraid of him. His name was Vlad, and everyone in the village felt creepy. Vlad became interested in Alexander and spoke to him.
"The sparkle in your eyes is special. I came here because I wanted to know the true face of people and to talk to you." Alexander was suspicious of those words, but he could not refuse without hesitation.
"I want you to tell me the true feelings in your heart," Vlad said gracefully.
"If you know what you want, and what you want, I can give you a wonderful gift."
Alexander thought for a moment. For a long time, he did not tell anyone about his wishes, but there was something in Vlad's words that attracted him, and finally he opened his mouth.
I want wealth," Alexander said from the depths of his heart.
"I want to enrich my family and be respected by the people around me."
Vlad grinned and said,
"I'll give you what you really want. But there is a price, if you can understand it. I will give you the power you want."
Alexander was a little surprised, but he was ready to pay the price for his wealth.
"I understand that I am willing to pay the price," he replied quietly.
"Then make this covenant." Vlad held out the
contract and asked Alexander to sign it. At that moment, gold appeared in front of his eyes, and infinite wealth was given in his hands. After that, Alexander quickly became the most successful merchant in the village and gained wealth. But gradually he began to feel uncomfortable with his figure. One day, as I was staring at myself in front of the mirror, I suddenly realized something terrifying. His face gradually changed, his eyes glowed red, and his skin was pale, like a devil. Alexander was terrified, broke the mirror, and ran out of the house. The villagers were terrified when they saw his changed appearance, and no one tried to get close to him. There was no longer a trace of the sincere young man he once had. Alexander searched for Vlad and headed to an old mansion deep in the mountains.
"Vlad!" he cried out.
"My appearance has changed. How did this happen?"
Vlad appeared quietly and grinned.
"You signed a contract with me. However, those who seek wealth will eventually be trapped in their desires and lose sight of the truth. And at the cost of this, the soul changes. Your appearance has changed because you have become obsessed with lust."
Alexander fell to the ground in despair.
"Can't I go back anymore? I want to return to my original form," Vlad said coldly. "If pure thoughts return to your heart, your form will also return. But to do so, we must overcome one ordeal."
Alexander thought deeply, and he made up his mind.
"I will break this curse by helping others."
After that, Alexander returned to the village and began to use his wealth to help those in need. He generously shared his wealth, helped the villagers, and worked hard for everyone. Over time, his figure returned to normal, and the former sincere and kind young man appeared again. And then Alexander realized, true wealth is not money or goods, but a heart that cares for others. He found true happiness and became respected by the villagers. End.